This is Cleats Convos presented by State Farm. Don't settle for just any insurance when you have State Farm. I want to introduce the one and only 1-7, a great teammate of mine, Terry McLaurin, to the show. Y'all boy, welcome me in one time.
Yeah, what up, Deebo? Appreciate you having me, dog.
Yeah, appreciate you showing up. So
sure.
we're gonna start the show off with a little game called Press and Release.
All right.
So it's kind of like true or false.
Mm-hmm.
So freshman year of high school, you grew 7 inches. Helped you make the varsity team. I think your second year. True or false?
True. False. Second year, I grew 7 inches in my second year, and it allowed me to play varsity to my third year. But it's pretty close. Like I was like 5'4" going into high school. I was 5'4", 125 pounds.
Man, I wish
soaking wet.
I need one of them growth spurts right now.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
knees was banging.
Got one more for you.
Uh-huh.
Having your own cereal is more rare than having your own shoe.
Ooh. I say that's true. You know what I mean? You see a lot of athletes having their own shoes or their own cleats. But cereal, that's kind of a little different. And the proceeds was to benefit my foundation, so it's for a good cause, too.
For sure. That's definitely for a good cause, for sure. All right. I think this is the last one for the press release.
Yeah.
Your Ohio State bowl games experience were better than the 2024 Commanders playoff run.
Nah. I mean, Ohio State, like, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give an explanation. Ohio State, like it kind of became second nature. We was winning.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like we was gonna be in some sort of bowl game. We was gonna compete for the national championship. Before you got here, it was a little rough. You know what I mean? So that was my first time in the playoffs, probably since COVID. My first time in the playoffs was COVID, playing Tom Brady, and there ain't nobody in the stands.
At all.
So I'd say 2024 season was real special.
All right, for sure. So now we go on to, I came this summer. We had a little bit of OTAs together.
Yeah.
Spent a little bit of time together.
Mm-hmm.
Then, funny story is I didn't even know what was going on at the time.
Yeah.
I was just like, where's Terry? Like, Terry's not here. Then as the week went by, I'm like, okay, it's OTAs. He don't got to be here. And then I'm like, hey, Bobby, Terry. And he was like, nah. I was like, what's going on? And then I started seeing what was going on. But, congratulations on the new contract extension.
I appreciate
I know
it,
the
bro.
process of it, bro. But just talk to me how it went. I know it was ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
It's always bumps in that road. I've been there before, so just tell me about that.
Man, it was an interesting situation. You know what I mean? Coming into the off season, there was a plan to try to get a deal done, but everything's not linear. Life's not a straight line, and so I just had to take a step back for a little bit and try to figure out what was going to happen next. And as the summer went on, I was away longer than I thought I was going to be, you know what I mean? But it's the business side of football. You got to handle the business side. It goes along with football. It's just tough when those two paths intersect. And the toughest part was being away from the team, you know what I mean? Being away from you when you just first got here. I know you a vet, but like just welcoming you into the brotherhood, trying to, help show you the way. And also, being able to build together in the off season is an important part of building the team. But I think the great thing about it was I had your support. I had all the support of the guys in the locker room, offense, defense. And, I'm just glad it got done, bro. You know what I mean? It took a long time, literally all the way to the end of camp. There's a lot of unknowns when you're dealing with the business side of football. But we ended up being able to come to an understanding on both ends. And I think the best part about it was, Adam and my agent, we had good conversations and found some common ground. So I've been here since 2019, man. This is like my home. And I'm glad to be here with you and the fans that we got, because I think we got a really special team.
Nah, for sure. Once again, congratulations on that. I know how it is, and you got what you deserve for sure.
Thank you, bro.
All right, we're gonna switch to another game called Guess the Performance.
Yeah.
So, Guess the Performance, we're gonna show a picture, and a base on the picture, you're gonna have to guess the stat line that you put up in this game. Oh. So any cleat or jersey in the pic can be used.
Okay.
Guess your stat line. So. All right, let's see picture 1 show up. I'm pretty sure he's going to know this because it's all black.
Yeah, we played the Bears this week. I think I was 5 for 125, something like that, and a touchdown.
Okay, yeah, you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. All right, he got that
one.
Hit
that one?
He got it right.
Say less. Should have been 2. I kind of got tripped up, on that deep ball, bro. It should have been 2, so I was kind of sick about that one.
That's still a great day. That's what, 25 yards a pop. For
Great
sure.
Day.
All right, next picture.
Oh, yeah.
I got hints for you if you need them.
Yeah, that was the Monday Night Football game. I think I had, I want to say 4 catches, 100 yards and a touchdown, game-winning touchdown.
Oh, he know these stats for sure. He
Something like that. Hey,
right on the nose.
I kind of had some up and down. So the big ones you remember, them 100-yard games you remember. That was a big game for us. That was kind of like our offense coming out party. You know, we kind of started slow at the beginning of the season, and then to come out against a good team in Cincinnati on the road, and Jayden did his thing, put the ball up in the air, and I came down with it. So I felt like that really helped get our offense rolling going forward from that point.
All right, so we got one more before we talk a little Commanders football.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think this may have been my career high game right here. It was, I think, 141 yards, maybe 6 catches, and a touchdown. Man, that was a crazy game because mid-game we switched to Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby, that's my dog. Like he's a great vet in this league, and I remember him going out on the field. He was like, "Hey, bro, this ball coming to you every time." So I'm out there dog tired, and I just got to win. So that was a crazy game.
Oh yeah, so we definitely about to switch over to us as a team.
Yeah.
But before we get there, we gotta talk about a little bit of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like walk me through the playoff run.
Yeah.
What was it like being the underdogs in the NFC Championship upset in Detroit? And you balled out, Jayden balled out, and just give me a little bit about the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, going into the playoffs, we actually went down to the wire with Dallas, and I believe that game was pivotal to win because you don't want to go into the playoffs with a loss, and that would have been the second time we lost to Dallas. So for us to come out with that win going into the playoffs, I felt like gave us a little momentum. Then we go into Tampa, which is a tough team to play against. Todd Bowles throws a lot of disguises at young quarterbacks and quarterbacks just in general. And, that game, we started off with a deep ball to myself, and I just felt like we was really rolling during that game. At the end of the game, defense got a huge turnover after we didn't get that fourth down. And, we was able to get the ball back, score, and then ice that game. And then we go into Detroit. I felt like Detroit, that was a crazy game because nobody was expecting us to win that one. I feel like, that wild card game, like a lot of people, it was maybe like a toss-up. But Detroit, I know not too many people saw us going into a team that had home field advantage and winning that football game. And I felt like the turning point was when we threw that screen to myself for a touchdown. OZ and Dayami did a great job blocking. And I took that to the house. And that next drive, golf through a pick six to Quan, and I was like, "Oh, it's on the popping now." It's over. A lot of people don't know. Detroit, they fans be talking that talk.
Nah, facts.
And so I had a dude that was sitting like right behind me, and he was talking to me the whole game. And then after my touchdown and that pick six, he didn't say nothing else after that. So that was crazy. But to be in that type of atmosphere, that's the furthest I had ever made it in the playoffs before. And, for us to come out on the winning side of a team that a lot of people didn't think we was going to win, that was a great team win. And then, we go into the NFC Championship, and I just felt like, we turned over the ball a lot. You can't give a team like Philly so many chances. And we was fortunate enough to beat them when we played them at our stadium when we had 5 turnovers. We beat them when we had 5 turnovers. So, you just wish you could have some of those turnovers back, but they were Super Bowl champs, and they played a great game. We just shot ourselves in the foot, and that was just tough. But I respect the way that we came and we competed at a high level. But when you in those championship games, you got to minimize the mistakes, and we didn't quite do that.
Sure.
So we trying to get back there and get to the Super Bowl this year.
Nah, for sure, we definitely trying to do that.
Most definitely.
So at last season, at what point did you know that you guys was gonna make a deep run off in the playoffs?
Man, it's a good question. I'll probably say one of the biggest turning points was the Hail Mary. And I'm not going to even just say it was because the Hail Mary was such a crazy play because that's such a low percentage play. But, the way we executed at the end of that game, it brought to life everything that DQ is always preaching. Winning time moments. He's constantly talking about that. And I feel like a lot of teams in the NFL may go through those situational practices. But DQ, we go through a situation pretty much every practice. And it seemed like every situation he brought up in practice showed up in the game, and we were literally ready for that play to come up. And a really slept on part of that play was, they were playing the Hail Mary play before we even had enough time to get it down there. So we called a little 10-yard out to myself, and we got an extra free 10, 12 yards.
Right.
You know what I mean? That put us in position to get the Hail Mary. And even the way we executed that, like Noah was in his spot, Zach was in his spot. I was getting double teamed and punched around, but I was in my spot too. You know what I mean? So we just executed at a high level at the end of that game. And I think at that point we knew, like, all right, bet we can make a run at this thing no matter what the score is. The game ain't over till it's over. And I feel like we had that mentality, but to go and improve it in that moment was a huge part of our season.
No, facts. I done seen a lot of Hail Marys, and, you know, a lot of them been called. I've yet to complete one, but definitely when y'all definitely caught that one, and you had the DB in the back of the end zone just celebrating for the game.
Hey,
over.
Bro. Hey, shout out to him, man. He's a hell of a competitor. Me and him were going back and forth all game. And when I saw the clip of him getting the crowd hype, and then he tipped the ball and gave it right to Noah, I was like, dang.
Karma will come bite your ass.
Yeah, man. That football's going to get his get back. But much respect to those guys at the Bears. But, I've never been a part of a play like that. Like, it felt like the whole city was rocking. You know what I mean?
For sure. I know you kind of get this question a lot because I kind of get it a lot. Like, talk to me about JD5.
Yeah.
He's in the second season now, so what separates him from other quarterbacks, you think?
Bro, I think his attention to detail for a young player is second to none. You know, he's in here, one of the first guys in the buildings every single day. He's doing extra walkthroughs and extra film study before we even have our installs. And you see how meticulous and detail-oriented when we get out to the field.
No,
and I think the biggest thing that you probably noticing right now, but I've seen from his first year to his this year right now, like, his ability to – now he's taking command of the entire offense. He's telling guys like, hey, I need you to be here. Hey, bro, we need to do this differently. Communicating with Cliff, I like it to do it this way. You know what I mean? We got plays in where he's trying to put guys in the best advantageous situations to be successful. So you can just see his leadership coming to life. And, you know, he likes to have fun out there, too. His personality, I feel like, is infectious. And, I ain't even talked about his ability. He can make all the throws. If you feel like you got everybody covered, you better have somebody spying him because he's going to take off, and that boy fast. So it's great to play with a player like that, and especially being so young. And you could just tell he's a pro, and he takes his career and his preparation serious. And so when you got your leader and your quarterback doing that, it makes everybody else's job more comfortable. You know, when we out there, it's just like, oh, we about to make something happen because he know what he's doing. It seems like he's always in control. He never shook or he's never rattled.
Yeah, so that's kind of like the same thing for me, kind of like what you said of, you know, seeing how well he is in the huddle.
Yeah.
I think he's, you know, way advanced in many aspects of throwing the ball, how accurate it is. And
100%.
Not too many quarterbacks, like, as accurate as he is, can make every throw smart and how fast it processes. Because we kind of like a no-huddle offense, so you got to get everybody where they need to be, even if somebody don't know. Like,
facts.
He's still going to make sure everybody know what they're doing before we get the ball snapped. So, like, that's kind of like something that stood out to me. And, you know, at the end of the day, he's a quarterback. He got to be a leader, but his leader skills just through the roof.
For sure.
So, like, we're going to talk about a little what they call – I don't know what the fans call it. What they call him, Bill? Because we call him Bill. The fans call him Bill?
Yeah, we call him Bill.
Yeah, so Bill scored his first touchdown, and you went and grabbed the ball.
Yeah.
Like, what was that to you?
Bro,
to him?
Yeah, bro. Like, I've always been a guy, even before Bill got here, like when a young guy or anybody catches their first touchdown, that's a big moment. You know what I mean? We all was little kids dreaming about being in this situation to where we playing in the NFL, living our dream, and then you get in that zone. And a lot of guys, some guys don't know what to do. Bill got his little.
He gonna go crazy.
Bill gonna go crazy. So you know, I saw the ball hit the ground, and those refs be quick to pick it up, and it's hard to find it after that. Yeah. He hitting that now. He doing his thing. So I just let him do his thing, man. Him congratulate everybody. I make sure I go get the ball for him, and that's something I try to do, being a good vet. And I think that's, you know, infectious because those are little things like that to show, you know, you care about your guys. And so that's not gonna be his last touchdown, but you know, that first one's always special. So he had one in the preseason. Jayden got it for him, but now we in the regular season, and those really count. So to get that ball back to him, I know that he'll cherish that for the rest of his life.
Nah, facts. You know, he's getting a lot of love now. I think he had a great game for.
He went crazy.
You know, it's been his first real game. And the fans are loving him at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer before I ask you. Like, what do you see from a guy like him that stands out? Like throughout camp, like, bro, I was like, this little kid here can play.
Yeah.
Like, the decision he was making, how fast he see it, and like when he sticks his foot in the ground, it's
100%.
It's off to the races. And it's always a learning curve from from college to now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if a lot of people know he didn't get to play his last college year at Arizona because he had to sit out. He didn't have a year eligible to play. So they
set him out?
He played practice squad running back all year long.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then end up being a 7th-round pick to us.
So he just popped out and he's just going crazy like that.
Hey, man, I'm telling you.
Hey,
just
Bill,
like,
Bill, I didn't know that. You going crazy,
tough,
my boy.
Bill tough.
That's what's up.
And then, like, just seeing him in camp, how he came out and worked every day and got better day by day. And it's just like, man, I think the sky's the limit for him. He got all the ability in the world.
100%, bro. And I think he has a kid-like personality when he out there. You could tell he loves football. And when that ball's in his hand, I don't feel like there's no hole that's too small or too big for him to get through. And if he gets up on the safety, you got to have a plan as a defensive player to get him on the ground because he can make you miss, and he has the ability to take it a long way. And as we saw on Sunday, like, he could cut back, and now he's off to the races. So I think that just adds another dynamic playmaker to our offense, a guy you can hand the ball off to, and he can make big plays, which is huge. And the more plays that he makes back there and the offensive line opens up for him, that's going to open up the play-action game for us because that's just another element that teams have to account for when you got a dynamic back in your backfield who can make one cut and get north and south.
No, facts. All right, so enough of Bill. Back to us. Going into week 2, we got the Packers.
Yeah.
So, like, how does this team like the Packers, pose a different challenge?
Yeah, man. I think going on the road, it always poses a challenge, especially when you're going into a place like Lambeau. You play championship games there, and it's a tough place to play. And for this to be our first road game of the season, prime time, Thursday night football, all the lights is going to be on this game. And they just came off a big win against the Lions, a division opponent. We just came off a big win against the Giants, a division opponent. So both teams is 1-1, 1-0 in the division. And so, it's going to be a 4-quarter battle. And their fans are going to be super excited for the game. You're going to hear go, Pack, go.
No,
you know what I mean? You're going to hear that all game long. And I think just the keys for our offense is just to be able to take care of the football, man, which I think we did a great job of last week, and just executing on the little plays that we may have missed. You know what I mean? I felt like we were moving the ball great. We may have had a penalty here, a missed opportunity there. But if we could capitalize, it really puts pressure on their defense to hang with us. But, I got the utmost respect for that organization. They're one of the most historic organizations in the league, and it's going to be a tough game. And, their offense has a lot of weapons as well with Jordan Love leading. So I know our defense is going to be ready. But, prime time is when we get to it. So
sure.
I know we're going to be ready and feeling good for it.
No, facts. And I was just I was talking to Coach Bobby about this earlier. This is the first time I ever get to play in a stadium and it's not freezing cold.
Hey, bro. Hey.
Like, this is my first time ever not going there and it ain't freezing cold.
Hey,
so.
if you know, you know. That's one of the coldest places you can play.
We're going to get some good grass. We're going to get some great grass this week.
Listen, I ain't afraid of the cold. I know you're not afraid of the cold. But when I seen we played them in September and not December, kind of smiled a little bit. I kind of smiled a little bit. So it's going to be fun.
Now it's time for Don't Settle segment presented by State Farm.
Don't settle.
We got this game where I'm going to choose. We're going to say 2 routes that we would like to run. I'm going to choose the route that I think you'll run. You'll pick the route that you think that I'll run.
Say less.
Cool. All right, so we're going to go route or post route.
Ooh. Okay, can I ask a question?
Quarters or...
All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
He want to go. All right, so is it quarters, post route?
Quarters? Ooh. What you got? Post? Okay.
Brrr.
Yeah, you feel me?
One, I'm a choose the post for Terry, because a lot of people see him run by a lot of guys running straight go balls. But if you catch him in quarters, he's still gonna run by you, and we get the safety to bite down on a little play pass, and we out there over the top.
I like that, bro. You know what I mean? What I saw from you in camp, people don't give you enough credit, dog. You be getting behind that defense now, and when you got a quarterback like JD, he gonna put that ball right on the money. So we get quarters, and you to the number one side. That turns into almost like a one-on-one. So I'm taking you. You know what I mean? And I know the way Jayden sees the offense and sees defense as well, he going to take that matchup every time. So if it's quarters, whether it's a post route, whether it's a go route, we looking probably going to get one-on-one as long as we can hold that safety in his place. So
nah, facts.
We want, I call it the big fish. Like I don't want that dig on cover 4.
Nah,
I want that.
Take it over the top.
Come on, you see, blur, yeah.
We're gonna go to slant route, or we're gonna go slant return.
Okay.
I got this one. Right here. Yeah, I got this. 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I got.
I go slant route. I done seen this movie before.
Yeah.
What Coach Bobby called it, running through the smoke.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know you was as fast until I watched you catch that one-step slant against the Eagles last year, and then you got up out of there.
I get that a lot.
So I put the slant route for sure.
I appreciate that, bro, because the slant route, I like to just get that ball and get going. You know, you beat that safety, you got a lot of room to run. You know what I mean? For you, I put slant return. I've seen a lot of film where you run slants, but you running across the field is scary for defenses. So when you set them up off of a slant and you hit them with that,
get up out of there.
It's one-on-one, you up out of there. And now you a tough dude to tackle on open field. So I'm going to put you on the slant return. I'm going to put you to the field with all that space to work. And I got to set up the slant first. So I'm going to let you touch a slant real quick, put you on that return, and we're going to get busy.
All right, last one. We got curl route or out route.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, okay, all right. Terry, ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
See, we got a little chemistry, you know what I mean? Because, like, those routes for me are great because if you set me up on a go route.
That's what exactly what I was about to say. Like, they so scared of him running by. Like, as soon as he put his head down, run up out of there, they gone. Shut it down. Now you got to come tackle, man.
You feel me?
Sure.
I got an out route for you. I feel like you could run any route, but you put you on a single side or even, like, in a stack. And let's say JD put it out on your inside a little bit, allow you to make a dude miss. And I seen you make that play a lot of times in your career. So that out route and you make that defender miss, then now that safety got to tackle you or you might be to the crib. So that's why I put out route. Right, easy work.
So now let's actually draw a play for each other that you think that we'll like. All right, so here we go. And there's too many planes.
Yeah, we right by the airport. All right. I got some fire for you now.
I got some. 3, 2, 1. Right. So I'm gonna start it off.
I like that.
We call this I'm gonna call it a shake route. So you know, I feel like Terry's really good at this route right here because I drew this up for T because like not too many people, you know, a lot of people scare him running by him. So once he get the feel of Terry running across the field, you know how a lot of guys like to undercut and he just shut it down.
Oh yeah.
Bring him back out. And like with the quarterback that we have, he put that ball anywhere in the vicinity of Terry, especially if he's wide open. It's off to the races after that for sure.
I love that, bro. I love that because I want DBs to run with me. You know what I mean? I want to dictate to them what I'm instead of trying to figure out what they're gonna do. I want them to react to me. So a route like that allows them to think they know, and then you get to the top of the route, and then you got all that space over there. So that's a great man play. For you, I put a little seasoning on here a little bit. I got you starting off to the boundary with me and then motioning over to the 3x1 side. And then I got you running the inside fade. I done seen you connect on that thing since you got here. And the reason why I like this play for you and to set you up with motion is, all right, bet. If we come over here, we get a little zone, we might hit Zach right here. But we also, let's say they play cover 2, right? That Z's hold down that flat defender. Now this safety, if they in cover 2, gotta try to run with you over here in this zone. I still like that. But if it's man,
strike up the band. Strike up the band.
You feel me? Because a DB and man's gonna be worried about you in breaking, out breaking. You know what I mean? That he got to keep you in front on with your yards after catch. But if he settle his feet at all, that ball going up and it's a touchdown. So I like this play for you a lot. I've seen it a lot in camp, and you know, I ain't giving nothing away. Hella teams got this play concept. It's about the players, not the plays, and we got the players to execute this play. So Yeah, I like this.
For sure. On another note, appreciate you 1-7 tapping in today. This was the first episode of season 2 with yours truly, Terry McLaurin. Thanks y'all for tuning in to another episode of Cleats Convos presented by State Farm. Don't settle for just any insurance when you got State Farm. See you next week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.